Imagine the sense of relief you'd feel if what happens to this cow in this video happened to you. This is the Hoof GP.
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
So as this cow walks around the pen, it's very clear for us all to see she is really feeling the weight of herself on that back foot. This is clearly an issue that we need to see right now. So we get her up the race, behind the crush, and finally into our green goddess of a machine before getting all 4 of her feet up in the air. And finally getting a look at this foot. So there's nothing crazy to see at all. This foot is clearly larger than the inner claw, this one here that I'm scraping the muck from. There's nothing super obvious, and it's not even actually that overgrown. If we come from this side angle here, you can see though that it is slightly higher than the inner claw. So I'm expecting the problem to be around here. So I quickly stabilised this inner claw, making sure that it's flat and level, before reducing a bit of the overgrowth from the outer claw and shortening her toes. And now I can grab the knife and get on with the meat of the work. I'm just going to reduce the entirety of this outside claw. I think the problem is in here, mostly because it's pretty obvious that's where the issue is. Oh, a release of air there. I'm not sure if the camera picked that up or not. We have a really noisy cow here in the background. I'm just going to model bit of this out, and we're going to take the whole of this heel down. You alright, lass? That's exactly what we want to see. A big relief of pressure. Trim some of this heel away. There is still more to come out of that, there's no doubt about that. We just want to reduce the size of this heel as well. It's really hard because she's been lifting this foot up off the ground in an effort to save herself the discomfort of walking on it. You can see now that hole in this white line is really starting to open up. Oh, this absolutely stinks as well. Get the hook of our knife in underneath there, peel it up the way. You can clearly see it's all detached. Oh god, that does stink. Change knives and swipe down the way now. It really does not smell fantastic. To be honest, I was crouching down as I was trimming that, so quite lucky for it not to go in my mouth. Lucky, unlucky. Sometimes it lets you appreciate the finer things in life. I need to get all of this out of the way. You can hear me struggling. Plus it is -6 here today, which doesn't help. This is exactly where that problem is. Look at that in there. We're going to have to strip quite a bit more back off this, aren't we? Using my knife lets me see how pliable this area of her foot is, to let me understand what's underneath what we can see with our eyes. Well, I suppose we're not going to see with our noses, are we? Although, right now it kind of feels like I can. Oh, you can see it still extends up there. Right, spray this out. Ooh, spray this out. Or not.
Why? Why did you put that much pressure on it? You knew it was frozen.
I'm 40 years old, I've been married for 10 years. My grip is tight. It's quite funny, isn't it? Anyway, right. Just edit all that out, will you, Graham? In cases like this, there's no point in spraying the area out. Sounds legit.
No, if you edit that out, Emma.
No.
Don't edit that out. You never. I'd work on a week's time and forget.
I would forget like in a week's time.
Good to know, Graham. Good to know.
I'm scared of what might be underneath this. I've checked it with my knife, as you've just seen, but it doesn't tell me everything. It just gives me a bit of an understanding of what is underneath. So I still need to be very, very careful. As I cut these little slithers of hoof horn away, I'm trying to reanalyse the colour, believe it or not, of the hoof horn, because that lets me know what is underneath, because hoof horn is translucent. Translucent or transparent? Translucent. I think it's translucent. Anyway. Lift it away. Come down the way now. Just adapting constantly to the features of the foot that we can see. If we come down here, you can actually see up inside her foot. This is a pretty major cavity. Try and lift it away as we peel these areas back. Lovely. Oh, that is actually really good. Oh, look at that. You can see it's all in there too, look. Right. Ouch.
Although this looks completely horrendous, I'm actually pretty happy with the progress so far. We've managed to completely remove that cavity, and what's underneath it is not too red, raw and open. This is the type of lesion that definitely can heal in a relatively quick amount of time. I'm just reducing the overall size of the hoof now and getting that inner claw ready to take a block, so that the block has no chance whatsoever of falling off prematurely. The dairyman on this farm who looks after these cows has been treating this cow with antibiotics and anti-inflammatories already. You can tell that because when she exits the crush, she has a red mark on her tail and her leg. That's to ensure that the milk from this cow's udder never enters the human food supply. And with those final swipes of the knife, I'm actually really happy with this. We've managed to get rid of all of the detached hoof horn and not really open it up all that much. We dress it with a topical antibiotical spray called oxytetracycline that vets in this area leave for the farmers to treat cows just like this. Before I move on to her back left foot. When cows are sore on one foot, it stands to reason they're going to put more pressure on other feet to alleviate weight and therefore the pain away from their sore limb. Just like you or I would. If you stubbed your right toe, you'd hop on your left. And that is exactly the way hoof trimmers like me think around the world. So we make sure that we always trim all 4 feet on every single cow. All that's left to do now is reshape this block so that she walks more comfortably on it before we can set the crush down on its feet and let her go to see how she's walking now and whether or not we've made a difference. She's cautious at first, but then finally takes her first strides. She doesn't understand that the block will now carry her weight, so she treads carefully, but priorities are priorities. And she goes straight for the feed vents.
Hello, is my hair okay? Just a quick one. Herd t-shirts and Herd hoodies are back in stock. They were out of stock there for a little while, but every single size from extra small all the way up to 5XL is back in stock right now on our website, thehoofgp.com. They are incredibly fluffy and warm. Not the hoodies. No, not the t-shirts, the hoodies. So if you want one, head over to thehoofgp.com and grab yourself. And if you do, make sure you send me a photograph to thehoofgp@gmail.com because I love seeing photographs of you wearing the merch. Okay, video's over actually, isn't it? Cheers!